So a super kind fan of the channel has sent me an amazing 80-year-old pen. Now this is a Swan Mabie Todd pen made in London in the 40s. Now it's obviously not been filled, it's empty, so should we see if we can get this 80-year-old pen working and see what it's like? So let's have a look at this box then. That's very cool, isn't it? That is clearly from the 1940s. So yeah, looking at this box here, we've got the manufacturer street, Curzon Street, Mayfair, London. And some details of the agents. Now here on the back, this is quite interesting. Now I know with pens of this era, because I've read it in the instructions, that you could send these things back to be serviced or guarantee, type situations. And here they've obviously got a name on for somebody who sent the pen back into Swan. Can't quite read what it says, but it's E. Hugill, I think. Anyway, yeah, so that's quite nice. Yeah, it's funny to think that this is 80 years old. Time flies when you're having fun, eh? So should we have a look inside? Here we go. This is generally the first time I've opened this. Ooh. So this is a 3260, I believe, which I believe, yeah, is from the 1940s. Now it's not in polished condition. It looks suitably used, which is quite nice. Oh, there we are. Swan Self-Filler. There's the Swan logo on the top of the pen lid there. Okay, so let's have a look at the nib on this. This is the crucial thing, is what sort of condition is that in? Oh, as you can see, it's not in brilliant condition. I'm not saying it's still a wonderful gift to give someone, and I'm very appreciative, but that might cause some problems when we fill it. Let's see how it works. Can you see that the tines have been bent at some point? But it's a maybe number 2, I think. Now, this is supposed to be a semi-flex pen, which is very exciting. It should be a lot of fun to use. So let's see what all this says. This should be interesting. Oh, here's the wonderful instructions. This is so cool. Instructions for lever and leverless type. That's brilliant. Here, look at this. Pens for repair may be sent through your stationer, but they may also be, but if sent directly to us, we will submit an estimate after examination. Before posting your pen, registered post recommended. Empty out ink, pack carefully with a letter of instructions giving name and address, and enclosed 3p in stamp or 6p imperial for return, postage and insurance. Factories London, Liverpool and Birmingham. It must have been quite a big operation at one time then. The pen should never be taken to pieces. If trouble should arise, these instructions are followed. Please send a complete pen to us at once. So what else is in here? Ooh, the guarantee. I think this is probably not valid anymore. Placement of any parts, workmanship. So when you're holding the pen, I think you're going to be holding on to the threads really, and that part of the feed down there. But generally, I mean, the pen looks in great condition. It doesn't post remarkably well. That's when you put the lid on the back. Feels like it's not hugely strong. Oh, there's the model number 6260. I mean, it feels very comfy. But I mean, yeah, the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? Should we try filling it up? I've never really filled up a lever, self-filling lever pen before. I think I know the principle. So the principle of the filler is when you pull this lever back on the side here, what you're effectively doing is squashing the ink sac. So what you do, like when you use a pipette, which, this thing here, is you squeeze it, stick it in the ink and then let it go. So with the ink sac squashed, I would put this in the ink and then let that go, and that's going to suck the ink through the pen. Well, that's the theory anyway. Right, I think I'm not going to put a waterproof ink in this pen because there's more chance of it getting bunged up. So I might go for one of my favourites, which is a Diamine Earl Grey. Now, if anybody has seen me use this Earl Grey ink before, it is slightly magical. It does some slightly magical things, particularly particularly when you add water to a wash, it can create all sorts of sort of chromatic effects. Question is there enough fluid in there? I might have to put it in at an angle, dunk it in, and then flip the lever. So we'll give the ink a shake, lift the lever up, and that will squash the cartridge there. And I'm going to tilt the ink over, drop the pen in. This could be the first time this pen has actually been filled in 80 years, so, and then gently lower that lever down. Now I'm just going to get a little bit of tissue and wipe that. So here goes nothing. Oh well, it seems to be flowing okay. I mean, obviously I've just filled it, so there's going to be some ink in the nib. Do a little flexing. Despite the nib being slightly bent, it seems to be doing okay. Got a nice bit of flex to it. And it's staying pretty wet, it's not railroading. As long as you're going with the flow, if you know what I mean, you don't ever push the nib and try and flex it, because it will just break. Can you see that line variation? So that's a light pressure. And this is a heavy pressure. Well, it's not hugely smooth, but the flex is fabulous. It might be my new everyday sketch of this. I love the idea of sketching quite lightly, but then when you need to, you can really put in some lovely details. Be really interesting to do a comparison to this. I mean, you can hear it's quite scratchy with a modern flex pen, which, I mean, I do have, but I don't really want to get them out and play at the moment. So for a little final fun exercise, I'm going to try and draw Pittenweem, which is an amazing name, but also an amazing place in Scotland, in Fife, I believe. So I'm going to draw that just because I want to have a little road test for old Mabel, the 1940s Mabie Todd fountain pen. My neighbour is a bit of a character and likes to sing. I don't know whether you can hear this. If you really need me and you want my body, come on, bugger, let me know. The only other thing I might consider doing is adding a tiny little bit of shadow in. Now, this might ruin things. It might not. I don't know. Let's try. Let's put a bit of shadow in there. Because one of the nice things about the water-soluble ink is it does give you the ability to sort of move stuff around a tiny bit. And the windows. There you go. I might give it a bit more of a form. So I'll leave that at that. So I'm going to sign that. So just a reminder, if you want to win this original piece of artwork and put it up on your wall, just me please in the comments, like and subscribe and all that jazz. So yeah, the pen is great. It works surprisingly well. And just the idea of sketching with an 80-year-old pen is just a lovely idea. It's a romantic notion that pleases me immensely. So thanks for stopping by and joining me on this rather strange journey through fountain pens and art and history and nonsense. I best go and do something productive like washing up. See you later. Bye-bye.